I saw somebody coming in the photo. Good evening. Were you interested in public comment? Were you interested in making a public comment tonight? Okay, just making sure. Thank you for being here.
Is Lori calling in or not?
Yes, Lori is here.
She's on? Okay,
Yep, we're all
All right.
set whenever you're ready.
okay. Then we will call to order the council meeting of February 9th at 5:30 p.m. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Counselor Malmberg.
Here.
Counselor Gelada.
Here.
Counselor Martin.
Here.
Counselor Fulton. Here. Mayor Grada.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We will move on to item number D, oral requests and communications from the audience. I have none before me. So we will move on to item E, consent calendar. Is there any discussion?
I just had a question on the Planning Commission year in review. The 4 short-term rentals and vacation rentals, is that like an average number per year, or is that number gone down?
Hard to pin that. We had 25 in 1 year, and then we had, up to that point, it was pretty low. I don't think that's an average. I would see, if you look at the graph in the last 5 years, you see a spike and a decline.
Okay.
So
And we've had several of them that unregistered as well.
you do have something that tracks it from year to year?
Oh, of course, yeah, we have the numbers per year, and I'd say if you look at the graph.
Okay.
The new ones especially, right? The new ones.
Yeah, and we're definitely in a decline. Number of them. We're probably, we had 7 meetings. Says in there.
So 4, right?
Let's see, planning commission met 7 times in 2025. The year prior to when we had a really huge increase in vacation rentals, we met 6 times. So then it was once that started to take off, we met every month doing vacation rentals, and I think it was like 25 in the year. Peaked. So I would say that's 2020, so in the last 5 years.
Okay.
That's sort of the trend we've seen. Most of these are changing ownerships, not new ones, but just changing ownership. So it's a minor change.
Okay,
We'll see a lot of those towards the next few years.
thank you.
Tony, on that 47 parcel development, is there any action that the council needs to take beyond, what the planning commission has approved? Okay, that's great. And then any updates on when they plan on, moving forward with the development? I mean, I'm glad to hear that there's going to be more housing opportunities in Brookings. So.
I believe they have 2 years to record the final plat. So
Okay.
but I would imagine, because these things go, they did preliminarily design the layout. Now they're going through and finishing up the construction documents for the development, which is all the infrastructure plans. So that's a little bit longer of a process. It's like 3 to 6 months.
Okay. And since we're on the planning commission, sorry, one more thing. And on the Malone Ranch development, they requested another extension, it sounds like, and then we've approved that extension. So, okay.
Yeah, our code allows to extend these as long as there's progress, that they've proven progress. And the city manager and I, we've met with them several times and see the progress moving along. And they're progressing in their process of design and vetting. And so
Yeah.
it was definitely the right thing to do to get an extension.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it's still moving forward, so good, thanks.
So you are seeing progress there?
On the development side, yes. I mean, there's nothing hitting the ground yet, but there is progress at least moving forward on, like I said, designing the infrastructure. And we've met a couple times with them. I know I have. They've completed a new,
Wetland delineation, so that's a good step, an indication that they're moving forward, so.
Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve the consent calendar.
Second?
Call the question?
Counselor Martin.
Yes.
Counselor Fulton. Yes. Counselor Jalata.
Yes.
Counselor Mulberg.
Yes.
Mayor Pareda.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Moving on to item F, staff reports, public hearings, ordinances, resolutions, and final orders. We have one item for discussion. That's the council liaison discussion and appointments.
Yes, Madam Mayor, before you tonight, we have a spreadsheet. The city council liaison positions have traditionally been reviewed periodically at the request of the mayor or council. The last time these were visited was January 2nd of 2024. We felt like with the new mayor and council, we have multiple vacancies. Some of them are optional, can be filled by a elected official or staff. So in addition to filling the vacancies, the mayor and councilors might want to change representation in some of the committee, commissions, or boards. This is the latest spreadsheet before you, and as discussed earlier, not all of these require an alternate, but we do have some that need to be filled. So we're looking at if there's council that would like to be the liaison for a couple of these. As we talked about before, the League of Oregon Cities has a voting delegate, and that's usually decided, I think it's like the month before, once we figure out which council members are going to be attending the actual annual conference, then we'll appoint somebody as a voting delegate and an alternate just in case something goes wrong. So
I guess we'll open it up for discussion. Does anybody have something they're currently serving on that needs to be changed, or a desire to fill the positions that are needing appointees?
I currently serve on the Border Coast Regional Airport Authority, and I'm glad to continue to do that if the council wishes. I work in Crescent City, so it's not a big deal for me to make those meetings, but unless someone else is super interested in it, I could keep doing it.
And I know you expressed that you, Councilor Jalata, that you would prefer to wait and get your footing underneath you, and I totally understand that.
Yes, but having said that, I could be the alternate on the Port of Brookings Harbor,
Okay.
fill a spot.
Any thoughts, Councilor Martin?
I'm fine with where everything's at right now.
Okay. Councilor Fulton?
If everyone's okay, I'm totally happy to be placed on the school district 17C as the appointee.
that'd be great.
I think that's great. I think I was actually hoping that you would agree to that. And I'm willing to move in as the appointee for in place of Hodges for the Curry County BOC instead of the alternate position. And then if we are willing to have somebody else move into that alternate position, I think that would be great. And I would be willing to be the alternate for the School Harbor District also.
I can step in as the alternate for the Board of Commissioners if needed.
Great. Sounds like we have a lot of consensus and agreement. So is there any more discussion before we move forward? All right, then. Hearing none, we will close that item and move on to informational non-action items of the January vouchers. Anyone have any comments or questions? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move to item F for marks from mayor, councilors, and city manager.
I can get this started. As Tony had mentioned earlier, we have met with the new CEO of Chinook a couple times and met with them last week about Lone Ranch and making sure that those lines of communications are still in place as we discussed prior to this, and making sure, they have assured us their number one priority is, workforce housing. So, but this thing started, 2008, Tony, is when they started talking about this. So the workforce housing entry level to buying a house has increased quite a bit since then. So, but we are looking at, they have some plans for some multifamily housing in that addition as well. So anyway, but it's a very positive meeting, and we'll be bringing forth anything else that, council might want to be a part of. Real quickly, facility tours. I met with Tony, and after being approached by our new council member, Gelada, he asked if we could schedule some times for some tours of some of our facilities. And then the mayor said she would like to join in, and typically we can only do 2 at a time, so without having to bring Brooklyn with us as the recorder. So we'll set that up, and if any of the remaining council members at some later date would like to have those tours, please let us know, and we'll be glad to do that. Just like I said, kind of going the wastewater plant, the water plant, the upper yard up here with Public Works, and probably, our fire and police department as well. I'd like to have that part of the tour as well, even though they're right here. Having some folks that can walk us through everything will be extremely helpful. So, but we'll get with you, both of you, on a date and a time, and we'd love to set that up for you. And like I said, if any of the other council members would like to be a part of that, please let us know, and we'll set up another time and date for you guys as well. So. Also, just a real quick update, our Deputy Director of Public Works and Development Services, Lori Zemer, is going to be, unfortunately, retiring this June, if I allow it. So we met last week, and we're getting ready to start to do some heavy recruiting both in and out of state. That's a crucial position, and we need to, make sure we got the right folks in that position. So, we've talked about this before. I'll age myself here, but, we've got quite a few on this staff that, probably within the next 10 years is going to have a whole different makeup here at City Hall. So we're also very aware of having a good succession plan in place as well. So for those positions too, and I think this is a crucial one as well. So
Thank you.
that's it.
Anybody else? No? Councilor Martin? Councilor Fulton, did you have anything you'd like to chime in on?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. I will close then with, I saw that the spring conference for League of Oregon Cities is going to be in Pendleton, which is quite a distance from us, and originally had thought it would be one that I would just skip. But as I started looking through some of the titles of the topics, reviewing and modifying your city charter, how to inspire and grow the next generation, making government interesting, I thought there were some really great topics. Add to that, there's a mayor coastal caucus that will be held during that meeting. So I would like to attend, but I would also like to offer that if there are other counselors willing to attend and able to attend, or city staff, I think it would be a better pool of our resources to collectively commute in that direction. So I wanted to throw that out there for people to be thinking of ahead of time. It's at the end of April, so there's a little bit of time to kind of think that through and mull it over. And I think that was all I was going to say for tonight. So we will go ahead and close the council meeting at 5:45.